Hello. Right, so this time, this video, got the Celica up on the ramps. You might know from the last video that I took the offside, the driver's side, sill cover off, and the news wasn't particularly good. It wasn't unexpected, but there's a hell of a lot of rust, hole about that big, and in this video I'm going to get this side off because I haven't looked at it yet. So yeah, I'm going to take this side off and just have a look at how bad it is. Hopefully it won't be, you know, that might save a little bit of money, but it still needs obviously tret if it's in a pre-hole condition, if it is starting to rust. So I just want to get it off, and once it's off I'll be able to have a look. Also, I'm taking it off anyway because I'm going to keep them off while it gets its work done, and I'm going to respray them because the plan is to sort of bring the car back up to standard. Headlights need all polished, and it needs a good detail as well. So they're getting sprayed. So obviously they're going to come off for the welding anyway, but I need to get them off regardless. And since it's in on Tuesday, which is in 2 days' time, I decided to just get this done at the weekend and see how bad it is regardless. So let us get the sill cover off. So I'm not going to run through the whole process of getting the sill cover off, but basically I just want to show you how easy it is. There's literally there's a bolt under there, and there's two at the back, and then there's like a series of them sort of push pin things that go all the way along the sill, and it's as simple as that really. It's like a 5-minute job. So join me in a few minutes when I show you what is or isn't underneath the sill cover. So just in the process of taking this front bolt out of the passenger side sill, this one here, I don't know if you can see it very well, but you can see hopefully that it is coming out, but it's pretty corroded, to be honest. So fingers crossed it's not too bad. Right, so that's them all out. That's the back cover off the back of this to hold it on. And then a couple of pop rivets. There's actually one missing, so it might have been done before. A couple of them needed a little bit of persuasion to come out. A couple of them broke, but whatever. I think there's, well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with one missing. But yeah, now for the taking it off. So we'll just pop it down. Oh, well, that looks better. As my good friend Marv from Home Alone would say, solid as a rock. Well, that's good news. That looks like, let's get the rest of it off. Pop it off. That looks alright there. Let me get the torch. So that's the front. There's a bit crusty there, a little bit. I can't see what's on the screen. There we go. It's a little bit crusty there. Where's me hammer? That's just where it's been jacked a few times, but yeah, that one looks pretty solid, to be honest. Let's look all the way around, all the way along. Sorry, I'm lying on my back here. Yeah, that one looks alright. So that is good news, but the underside, sorry, the torch is a bit too bright. Not sure if you can see, but yeah, that one looks pretty decent. Obviously I can't see on the inside of this one yet, but presumably the inside will be okay unless there's been debris trapped or whatever. But yeah, let's go right to the back. Have a quick look. There's a bit of muck in there in this sort of the arch liner, but it seems pretty solid on this side, so that's good news. That one might actually not need to be done. Looking at that, that's pretty solid. So yeah, I decided just to have a little smack of it with the hammer, just in case it wasn't as good as it looked. And yeah, it is starting to go. I've managed to put a couple of little holes in, so it does need some work. But I mean, that can be patched again as well. It's not as bad as the other side. It's pretty solid. It's just these two bits here. So get a patch in that position there, which isn't the end of the world. So yeah, I'm still pretty happy with that, to be honest. There doesn't seem to be any other place that's got any damage really. Little soft spots. No, it's all good. It's all good apart from there. A couple of little bits. So yeah, a plate will take care of that. So not too worried. So yeah, result. Awesome. So in comparison to the other side, that is a bit of a result. To be honest, that sill there is pretty clean as well, apart from the back. So there's obviously been something stuck in there. And then obviously, if we look underneath, let me see if I point you to the passenger side a little bit, what we've just taken off, and I'll increase this torch brightness so hopefully you can see. Let me just fiddle with the touchscreen to bring it back on. I might get a decent view of how bad it is. I don't think that needs any work done at all. That does not look too bad. Just needs a little bit of treatment. That's pretty solid. And on the other side, again, it's pretty hard with the torch because it's fairly bright to see, but it doesn't look too bad. So it's just the outer sill and maybe a little bit there. So that's pretty good news, to be honest. The exhaust a bit. That's alright. Just surface rust. And then obviously going under towards the back of the car, it needs a little bit of surface treatment. I'll get the needles on that, you know, them little needle guns. I'll get him to sort that out and clean it up a bit, give it a bit of under sealing, and it should be alright. The chassis leg's alright, it's got a bit of surface rust on it, but no major. This floor, spare wheel floor, might need a little patch put in. Not sure, I'll wait and see what he says. Cross member's solid, but it does need a clean up. Exhaust basically brand new, and the suspension components are just crusty, just need a little bit of cleaning up. Backing plates, they're shot, they need replaced, but they're like flipping they're like £200 a piece. I've priced them up, and it might be worthwhile just putting in the Corolla ones on, giving it a little bit of an upgrade. Now, is it the Corolla or the Avensis? There's an upgrade for these that you can do to put bigger brakes on. Might just do that, to be honest. I mean, they're fine, they're just the dust covers, but if I'm going to make it look decent and get some coilovers and stuff on, it'd be nice to sort it out. So that is good news. The purpose of this video was to look at this sill. It has got a bit of crud on the inside where it's all been sort of that's just damp, just crap. It needs cleaned off, but it hasn't really affected the sill at all, which is perfect. Yeah, a little bit of tidying up on that. We've got a little bit of rust there on the bottom of the door. I don't know if you can see that. It just needs a good. It just needs sanded. Just needs sanded and put some treatment over it, and then put the covers back on. Perfect. So that's better news, because I thought this was going to be completely rotten as well. Let me switch the camera so you can see my ugly mug. So yeah, so apart from that little hole, that's much better than I was expecting, to be honest. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, so it gets done on Tuesday, and then my plans for this really are the spark plugs, air filter, get that done. Then I'm going to take the wing off, sort this dent here and the scrape on the bumper. Headlights need polished. It just needs a nice little machine polish. Get the little basic bits sorted out, and it'll start looking a lot nicer, and I'll enjoy it more. So yeah, I'm glad I had a look. Shame about the couple of little holes, but it's not as bad as it could have been. And the rest of the sill's solid, so good result. Thank you for watching, and next one will hopefully be me having the car back here with all the welding done and the under sealing done. So fingers crossed it goes to plan, and I will see you in the next one.